Hello and welcome students in today's lecture. It's Nazia Begum here, your physics lecturer. In today's lecture, we are going to discuss some numerical problems. But before that, I want to tell you one disclaimer that whatever portion I have sent you for revision practice, okay, I have sent you some MCQ questions. In those questions, in some of the answers, the options are given wrong, but the explanation is the correct one. Okay, are you understanding this? The MCQ questions which I have given for revision practice, in those questions in some of the answers the options are written wrong, but the explanation is correct. Okay, so I want to tell you all to please go with the explanation. Okay, whatever explanation is given after the MCQ, you read that one, and according to that you can find out the correct answer also. Okay, so don't go with the options given in answer, but please consider the explanation part. Okay, then you will automatically know what is the correct answer. Now let us discuss some numerical problems. So here in front of you one question you can see. A simple electric circuit has a 24-volt battery and a resistor of 60 ohms. What will be the current in the circuit? The resistance of the connecting wires is negligible. So here resistance, that is R equals to resistance of the connecting wire na. So whatever circuit is there, in that circuit we will only consider the resistance of the device. Okay, and the resistance of the connecting wires is negligible, so we don't have to count that. So here in question what values are given? Here it is written that electric circuit is having 24-volt battery. So potential difference V equals to 24 volts. Resistance R equals to 60 ohms. Okay, and we have to find out the current. A very simple formula for current from Ohm's law is I equals to V upon R. Here V is given 24 and R is given 60 ohm. When we put that value in the formula 24 upon 60 and solve it, we get I, that is current, equals to 0.4 ampere, or we can also write as 0.4 and capital A. Capital A also represents ampere. Be very careful that when you are writing ampere in full form, it should be in small letters, and when you are writing its symbol, it should be in capital letter. So it was a very easy numerical in which we have given voltage and resistance and we have to find out current. Now let's move to a little bit difficult one. So here is the question. An electric iron draws a current of 3.4 ampere from the 220 volt supply line. What current will this electric iron draw when connected to 110 supply line? Are you understanding the question? In question it is written that when the iron is connected to 220 volt supply line, that time it is drawing a current of 3.4 ampere. If in place of 220 volt supply line we connect it with 110 volt, that means just half of the previous one. Okay, initially it was connected to 220 volt. Now if it is connected to 110 volt, so that time how much current it will give? Okay, how much current it will provide? So students, if we go with the first line of question, that by connecting it to a 220 volt supply, it draws a current of 3.4 ampere. That means here is some amount of resistance, and because of that resistance, that particular amount of current it is drawing. Now resistance is constant for all the devices. Okay, so if we find out the resistance for the first case, then by putting the value of resistance in the second case, we can find out the value of current. Okay, like when we connect it with 220 volt supply, it is drawing a current of 3.4 ampere. So that time we will find out the resistance of the device. So here you can see we have find out the resistance. V equals to 220 volt, I equals to 3.4 volt, 3.4 ampere. Then from Ohm's law, R equals to V upon I. By putting the values, we got R equals to 64.7 ohm. And this value of R is constant for that particular device. So in second case, we know the value of volt, okay, and now we know the value of resistance also, because resistance will be same. So in second case, when the device is connected to 110 volt supply line, that time by putting the value of volt and resistance, we can find out the value of current. By this formula, I equals to V upon R. So here V equals to 110 and R equals to 64.7. When we solve this, we get current I equals to 1.7 ampere. So if this type of question will come in exam, so keep one thing in your mind, that resistance is constant, okay. So if voltage is changing or the amount of current is changing, you first try to find out the value of resistance and then you can solve the numerical. Now here, see the next problem in front of you. A 6 ohm resistance wire is doubled up by folding. Calculate the new resistance of the wire. So students, please be very careful about whatever condition is given. So here it is written that a 6 ohm resistance wire is doubled up by folding. So when we fold a wire, so what happen? When we fold the wire to double up, its length becomes half and the area of cross section becomes double. Is it clear for you all? Take a thread and then fold it to make double. A thread will be very thin, you can take a rope, okay. So when you fold it, okay, when you fold it to make it double up, okay, that means from center you are folding it, so its length become half, but when you fold it and you join both the sides, so the area becomes doubled, okay. Now in this new case, we have to find out the resistance in terms of length and area. This is the formula for resistance. R equals to rho into L upon A. Here we will put the value of R as 6. So 6 equals to rho into L upon A. Okay. This is when we have not folded the wire. Okay. Because it is given a 6 ohm resistance wire is there. So initially what is the resistance of this wire? 6 ohm. Okay. And 6 ohm equals to rho into L upon A. This we already know. Now in the new condition, when we double up the wire, what happened? Length will become half, area become twice. So in place of L, we will put L upon 2, that is half of length. In place of A, we will put 2A, okay, twice the area. That time new equation will look like this. See, R equals to rho L upon A is there. When we put L upon 2, so this is L upon 2. This 2 is with L, na? L upon 2 into 2A. Okay, we put 2A. So 2 into 2 becomes 4. R equals to rho into L upon 4A. Okay. This is the formula when the wire is not folded up. This formula is for resistance. Give it equation number 1. And when the wire is folded, we get this formula for resistance. Give it equation number 2. Now equation number 1 and equation number 2 both are the formula of resistance. Okay. Now we divide equation 2 by equation 1. Okay. This formula now we will divide by this one. So when we will write it in divising form, okay, and we divide that and rearrange it, we will get this type of equation. R upon 6, okay, and rho into L into A upon 4A into rho into L. this we will get. Now rho and rho, L and L will cancel, A and A also will get cancel. R upon 6 equals to 1 upon 4, or 4R equals to 6 when we cross multiply this. So 4R equals to 6, or we can write R equals to 6 upon 4, or R equals to 1.5 ohm. So when we double up the wire by folding, the resistance decreases by 4 times. Okay, you can remember this for your competitive exams. If any question like this will come in competitive exam, that a wire is doubled up by folding, so you should automatically know that means its resistance is decreases by 4 times. So resistance decreases by 4 times means we have to divide the present resistance by 4. So 6 upon 4 equals to 1.5 ohm. Now in next problem, you are given one circuit. In this circuit, two resistors are connected in series. Okay, you must remember we have studied series and parallel circuit also. So these two resistors are connected in series. Okay, and they are connected with a 20 volt battery. Here we have to find out the total current flowing in the circuit. To find out the total current, we first have to find out the total resistance. And in series combination of resistance, what is the total resistance of the circuit? It is the algebraic sum of individual resistances. So when we have to find out the total resistance R, we will simply write R1 plus R2. So in our circuit, two resistances are connected, 6 ohm and 4 ohm. So R1 6 ohm, R2 4 ohm, 6 plus 4 is 10 ohm. This is the total resistance of the circuit. And what is the voltage connected in the circuit? It is 20 volts. Now from Ohm's law, I equals to V upon R. By putting the value of V and R, that is 20 upon 10, I equals to 2 amperes. So this is the total current flowing in this circuit. So like this, you can find out the total current flowing in the circuit by first finding out the total resistance and then putting it in the formula I equals to V upon R. In previous example, the resistances were connected in series. Now suppose if two resistances are connected in parallel combination, that time how you will find out the total resistance. So here in front of you one parallel combination is there in which two resistances 3 ohms and 6 ohms, they are connected in parallel combination. Consider 3 ohm as R1 and 6 ohm as R2. So we know that for parallel combination, the reciprocal of resultant resistance. You must be very careful about this term, that here the value of resultant of parallel resistance is not given. Here we have the formula for reciprocal of total resistance. Okay, formula of total resistance is in parallel combination is not given. Here the formula of reciprocal is given. Okay, so 1 upon R, where R is the resultant or total resistance in parallel combination. So 1 upon R, that is reciprocal of total resistance, equals to algebraic sum of reciprocal of individual resistances, 1 upon R1 plus 1 upon R2. By putting the value here 1 upon 3 plus 1 upon 6 and solving it, we get this one. When we take LCM, okay, it is 6. So 2 plus 1 here, so 3 upon 6, that is 1 upon 2. This 1 upon 2 what we have got is not the total resistance in parallel combination, but it is the reciprocal of total resistance in parallel combination, because here you can see 1 upon R is written. 1 upon R, that means reciprocal of total resistance in parallel combination. If we want to find out the resistance in parallel combination, what we have to do? We have to again find out the reciprocal of it. So R equals to what will be there? 2 ohm. So are you understanding this? By solving we have got 1 upon 2, but 1 upon 2 is not the total resistance in parallel circuit. Okay, because here 1 upon R is given. So when we have to find out R, so R equals to what will be there? 2 ohm. So 2 ohm is the total resistance in that parallel combination. Now, if suppose you have given this type of combination, mixed combination, where series and parallel both type of combinations are there. So here you can see two resistances 8 ohm and 12 ohm. They are connected in parallel, and with this one resistance of 7.2 ohm is connected in series. So what we have to do, we first have to solve this parallel one. Whenever this type of mixed combination you will see, you first have to solve the parallel one, parallel combination. Okay, and here you can see 6-volt battery is also connected. So here in this circuit we first find out the total resistance, and then we will find out the total current flowing in the circuit. And after that, one more thing we have to find out. We have to find out the third thing, which is the potential difference across R1. Okay, total resistance we have to find out, total current we have to find out, and the potential difference across R1 we have to find out. See here in this diagram, total potential difference is given 6 volt, but this potential difference is for the whole circuit, that means for R1, R2 and R3. And in question it is asked that to find out the potential difference only through R1. As you all know, in series combination, the potential difference, that means the voltage, is different for different resistors and the current is same. So here we can find out R1, we can find out potential difference for R1. Okay, how to find out? Let's see. So first of all, we will solve the parallel combination. So 1 upon R equals to 1 upon R2 plus 1 upon R3. R2 and R3 is given here. Put the value and solve. So we get 1 upon R equals to 5 upon 24. So what will be the value of R? Just reciprocal of that. Okay, 1 upon R equals to 5 upon 24. So R equals to 24 upon 5. By solving this, we get R equals to 4.8 ohms. Okay, so now we have solved that parallel circuit. Here you can see this circuit is parallel one. So the overall resistance of this parallel circuit, we have got 4.8 ohms. Okay, now this circuit is connected to 7.2 in series. That means 4.8 ohm is connected to 7.2 ohm in series combination. So when we have to find out the total resistance, we will simply add this one and this one. So we get total resistance as 7.2 plus 4.8, that is 12 ohms. We found the total resistance as 12 ohm, and total voltage is given 6 volt here. By putting the value in I equals to V upon R, we get I equals to 1 upon 2, that is 0.5 ampere. So here we have find out the total current flowing in the circuit. Now we have to find out the potential difference across R1. Okay. By Ohm's law, this is the value for potential difference. V equals to IR. This is the formula. Now we know what is value of I for the whole circuit. Okay. So whenever you have to find out the voltage across any resistance, you first should know what is the current flowing in the circuit. So first of all, we have to find out the current flowing in the circuit, which we have find out already. Now let's put the value in this formula, V equals to IR. Now because we have to find out the potential difference across R1, so we will put the value of R1, that is 7.2 into I. Okay, V equals to I into R, or R into I, same thing. So this is R into I. When we multiply this, we get 3.6 volts. So the potential difference across R1 is 3.6 volts, and whatever remaining is there, that is 2.4 volts, that will pass through that parallel combination. Is it clear? This is it for today's lecture. See you in next lecture. Till then, goodbye. Take care and do some productive work.